The prayer you stopped praying was the one I already answered. Sit with that before you move, before you reach for your phone, before you go back to the list of things you think you need to fix before I can move on your behalf. Just sit. I am blessing the life you built. Say it with me, slowly. Let the words land somewhere they have not been allowed to land before. I am blessing the life you built, not the life you wish you had. Not the one you see when you scroll past strangers and feel your chest tighten. This one, the one with the bills you are still figuring out. The one with the people who do not always love you well. The one with the unfinished rooms and the unanswered questions. The life you built with shaking hands on days when you were not sure you could keep building. That one. That is the one I am blessing. I have watched you get up. I have watched you try again. I have watched you keep showing up for work when your heart was somewhere else. I have watched you make dinner when your own stomach was a knot of worry. I have watched you answer a phone call you did not want to answer because someone you love needed you. None of that went unnoticed. Not one small act of endurance. Not one quiet choice to be faithful when no one was clapping. Here is what I want you to hear before we go any further. The world has taught you that blessing only arrives when everyone is watching, when the announcement is made, when the audience claps, when the thing finally breaks loose and everyone knows. That is not how I move. That is not how I have ever moved. I move in the quiet. I move in the morning, before you are fully awake. I move in the kitchen, between one sigh and the next. I move in the drive home when the radio is off and you are just breathing. That is where I bless. You have been exhausting yourself explaining. I want to talk to you about that because I see how much of your energy has gone into defending a story that is already true, already settled, already written in my book. You have tried to justify your pain to people who were committed to misunderstanding it. You have tried to explain your growth to people who preferred the old version of you. You have tried to prove your worth to rooms that were never going to give you a fair hearing. And all of that has drained you in ways you cannot fully see yet. Stop, just stop. You do not owe a defense to people I did not assign as your judges. Let me say that again in a different way. The people who are committed to misreading you are not your audience. They were never your audience. You have been performing for seats that are not even in the theater I built for your life, and the performance has worn you out. I want to teach you something simple. The way blessing works is not loud. Here is what most people miss. Blessing is not the announcement. Blessing is the quiet soil underneath. Blessing is the quiet soil underneath. By the time anyone notices, the roots have been deep for years. By the time anyone claps, I have already been pouring. You do not need to narrate my work to the people around you. You do not need to convince them I am real. You do not need to carry the weight of making them believe. I carry that. That is my job, not yours. Put your hand on your chest. If you can, feel that rhythm. That is me. I am closer than the breath you just took. I am not far. I have not been far. Even in the seasons where it felt like the sky was made of stone, I was there. Not the way you expected, not the way you asked, but there. And I have been building something in you